Nate Helming here for the Run Experience and Competitor.com. Today we're talking jumping to increase your power output and to teach you how to land in a strong, stable position. Guys, remember, runners we are our own special breed, but we are related to the rest of the animals in the athletic realm, and one of our strong relations is through this powerful jumping mechanics that we share with field sports athletes, football players, soccer players, gymnasts, and everything else. Every time we land on one foot and take off, there's a little bitty mini jumping and landing that's occurring there. So we want to get really good at it. And we're going to talk about two different types of jumping today. We're going to talk about a squat jump and a broad jump. So the first type of jump we're going to work on today, guys, is going to be a squat jump. It's built around the foundation of the squat that we've worked on so much. We know you're doing your homework on your air squat. We're thinking about pushing those hips back, driving those knees out, coming up standing, just doing a few of these, showing you sideways. I'm allowing my hips to push back really far, and as I go slow, I'm really paying attention to knee mechanics. I'm not letting my knees rattle in or my knees go forward. That improperly loads my knees, exposes me to potential injury. So once I have that down, I'm gonna be a little bit faster and more powerful with this hip, and that's where we get that powerful hip extension. So I'm gonna squat down, I'm gonna jump up, every single time. And every time I jump up, I'm working on this powerful hip extension through the whole body. This extension allows me to be powerful, a little bit faster when I run, have that fast finish line sprint, jump up over little obstacles if I'm out on the trails. So once we finished with that squat jump, that nice vertical leap, just practicing that big powerful extension and then landing in a strong stable position, we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit further by jumping forward with a broad jump. Now I like this broad jump for two reasons. One, it reinforces that when I'm running and I'm moving, I have to shift my center of mass forward to create any type of forward movement. The faster I go, the greater the shift is. Now the other challenging piece of this, just looking over my shoulder, we got live runners out here on this little trail here. I need to think about my landing. Now, a lot of times when runners go faster or when they start running downhill, they have a hard time holding their bodies upright and being nice and stable. And usually what happens is they go forward, the knees come forward a lot or the knees cave in. And if I'm doing this all the time, I start to see some issues in my ankles, potentially around my IT band or a little knee issue as well. So when we do this broad jump, it's just going to force us to practice dealing with this stability a little bit more with that forward momentum. And going to the side here, landing like this. To make this more athletic, I can increase the magnitude. I can start jumping a little bit further. I can make some bets with my friends. It's a good way to spend a Friday night. So now what we're gonna do, guys, is combine these two jumps together. And this is a fantastic way to warm yourself up, to get blood flow in those knees and ankles and joints and tendons and ligaments, to get yourselves ready for any type of higher intensity run that you're gonna do, especially if you're doing any kind of hills or any type of track work. And notice that we're not in a gym, we're doing this outside, so this is very accessible. I'm gonna start with that little vertical jump up, jumping up here, and then add a little broad jump forward. I'm gonna jump up, broad jump forward. And can I do this small first, just to get a good sense of flow? I'm not pausing, I'm not landing heavy. And then can I make it a little bit bigger? And remember, in both of these jumps, we don't wanna land here, and we don't wanna make sure that our knees aren't caving in, either going up, and they're not going forward too far. Just like those squat mechanics, we're always practicing that hip back, that knee out a little bit. Guys, always remember this. Yes, we are runners. We are a special breed of athlete, but we're also athletes. And as athletes, we're related to those big, powerful wide receivers plucking balls up out of the end zone, the linemen, the soccer players, the rugby players, everyone out there on the planet that is doing some sort of forward locomotion, we're related to them too. And if we learn to train into that athletic aspect of ourselves, we're gonna really start to shine as runners. Otherwise, we wanna tap into that potential. And just with these little simple running drills, you add these in every single week, you're gonna really start to see what you can do.